And we're going to be unboxing the prompter by Elgato. I'm going to go grab it here. So here it is. Basically, I'll show it that camera. That's the box. It's quite big. You can see how big this box is. And there's all the information on the back. And I'll give you guys a close-up of that on the table. Here's the top of the box. It says all-in-one teleprompter and monitor. Prompter A, I can't say that, read that. And then you have Elgato's logo right here. You turn it around and you have prompter with display, universal shroud backplate, Facecam Pro backplate. So I did bring my original Facecam, but it's designed to fit the Facecam Pro. It's kind of funny that they're basically thinking that this is a throwaway. I don't get it why they didn't make a plate for this. It would have raised the price. So then you have DSLR mirrorless backplates. 9 DSLR mirrorless step-up rings. We're going to get those out here pretty soon. Universal bracket support for universal devices. And then mounting screws, cleaning cloth, quick start guide, USB-C to USB-A cable. So it's not USB-C to USB-C. So realize that 78.7 inches. That's ridiculous. So hopefully it's not that long. Turn the box around again. Lots of information here. Built-in 9-inch display, ultimate camera compatibility, interchangeable backplates, large field of view. It says you can go up to 20 mil. Let's peek and see what I'm at right now. I'm at 19 mil, so I'll have to tighten up this shot to use it, but we're going to test that. Powered by your computer, so you receive power for it over your computer. So you're probably not going to be able to have a Skycam hooked up at the same time when you have this, but that makes no sense. So we'll have to have a pretty fast computer to have 2 USB-C devices. Again, flexible mounting, multiple 1/4 threads, cold shoe mounts, and more provided mini mounting and accessory pairing options. And then it's in 2 languages here, advanced software. And you have to use the camera hub to be able to use it and use your Stream Deck. So that's going to be really fun for us to try it with the Stream Deck tonight. I'll launch Camera Hub. I have the new version loaded on my computer. There'll probably be a firmware update. So we'll just see how this rolls tonight. But let's get back to flipping the box. And then here you go. More information with some pictures and the dimensions, 8.7 inches wide and 8.6 inches tall. And then it's wider up here than it is down here. So you went from 8.07. Oh, actually, no, the monitor is wider. It's 8.8 inches or 224 millimeters, 205 at the top and 219 up and down. And then front to back, 161 millimeters and 6.34. It's pretty cool. One more turn and you have the front again. And then the bottom has some legal information on it. Copyright, Corsair, you can see their name on there. So if you wondered, they are involved now with Elgato, so you have both of those. And then look at the top. Let's break the seal here. So the seals on this aren't right here, as you can see, but they are right here and right here. So you guys, I have not broke the seal. I'm being brutally honest that I have not played with this yet. So let's open this up, crack the top here, and get out my handy knife, cut this seal. There we go. And let's open this up. And so, as typical, you have supplies in the top of the box. So we're going to pull that out. And I'm going to set that down. We'll go through that in a minute. And again, just so you guys can see the box that it comes in. There you go. And then you have some nice padding inside the box here. So we're going to open this up. And there is a bracket right here in this part. So I'm going to pull that out. And there you can see inside the box, there's the prompter. So you have this little packet here. We'll open that up in a second. And then inside the box, we have the prompter. and it's coming out. And there you go. Throw some more stuff away here. And you can see the box is now empty. So we'll open this little package first. And let's see, position it. There we go. That box. So we'll open this first. And that is the universal bracket. And this is kind of like a cloth material. It's pretty nice. It's not plastic, so it's got some protection to it. So I'll probably keep this for any travel. Here's the bracket. You've got screws that go up this way, and that's to mount your camera. And then you have it ability to mount right here, and it says mount camera here. So I guess this is where your camera mounts. If you're going to mount a camera on the back. I'm planning on using the other adapters. We'll see if I have it figured out, if I watch enough videos. So there's that bracket, and you can see how big it is based on my hand. And again, you have these slots forward and back. We will play with that here in a minute. Let's set that aside. And then let's see what's inside the box. Open up the box, and you have the prompter guide. And inside the prompter guide, you have the connecting your camera. So I think we're focused there. So you can kind of see this manual. And we will probably have to do some reading tonight of this as we get ready. You can see the Facecam Pro, how it goes on. I can probably put my Facecam original one that way as well, but it's definitely not going to fit the bracket. So, and they have a little cloth shroud that'll be in the box that I can throw over this to use it. Couple more pages. It's in English so far. Then you got the ring back plate. You can see it going together. Here's a little cloth you can throw over if you're using it to cut light from bleeding in. And here's the HDMI or USB-C cable. That's what it's powered for, and that's how you get the signal in and out. And then over here you see plug the other end of the cable into an available slot in your computer. And it needs to be a USB 3.0 port. Here you can see a key light mini mounted to the top of it. So once we get that out, you'll have brackets on the top of that. And then you have all these pages in the back. And there's many of those pages in different languages. So there you go. Little look at the manual, lots of pages, well done. And the back of it. So we'll set that aside. Okay, so you have 3 boxes. Obviously, super long USB-C cable, universal shroud backplate, DSLR mirrorless backplate. Open this up. Open this box. Here is that piece that's designed to cover. And then also in here, you have the universal back plate. And this is what you use with the step-up rings for your camera. And again, you got 2 holes on the top. And then you have the rings in the bottom and then a slot. And we'll see how that works here in a minute. And then you have this cloth. And it has kind of a plate built into it right there. And so this is a shroud to cover things up so no light can get in. Again, we'll talk about why that is. There's the inside. There's the outside. And so that's just going to go over the camera just like this. And it's that big, so it's bigger than my camera shot right now. Okay, we're going to set that aside. And the ring aside. Close that box. We'll pop that back in there for now. Let's open up this. These are the step-up rings. And I will be using it on my DSLR camera. And they're in a nice case here. So there you go. you have all the step-up rings. I'm not going to take all those out, but we will be using one of these. And I got to find out which one it is. And so there's those, and then that ring right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces in this kit. And so we'll talk about the step-up rings here in a little bit. We're going to set that aside as well. And then we'll pull this crazy USB cable out. And there it is. It's got a little direction thing there, which is typical. If you ever had a Stream Deck or anything from Elgato or Keylight Mini, Keylight Air, you get one of these. So we'll set that down. But here's the cable. And I'll stretch this out when we get on camera so you guys can see how really long this is. Slide this out, and now we'll do the most important unveiling right here. Here you go. So it's nicely wrapped. You got a little seal right here so they can tell if you broke into it. It's not really sticking on here very much. So let's open the seal. Let's get this completely out of our shot. Go this way. I'm going to reach in here and pull this off. Kind of goes around the corner. You can see the shape of this. Got the monitor there. And there we go. Pretty good look. Let's change the lighting here real quick. Give you a little bit better light now on the desk. This is the glass and obviously the monitor. So it's a 9-inch monitor, and we'll just rotate this around. Well, you can see on the top there you have the Elgato and 2 shoe mounts to mount things on there. So you could have a mic right here, and over here you could have a light if you wanted to use this on the road. Then you have your screws and the opening in the back, and you can see there's already a plate on for Facecam Pro. So this is where the Facecam Pro plate is when you get the box out. So we're gonna look at this. So if I grab mine and set it there, it doesn't fit. The other one is wider and narrower. So my Facecam Pro doesn't fit. So if you're wondering, you would have to use this a different way. You can still use this, but you'd have to use the universal mount and not the plate. That's the plate, and then you have mounting screw right here. You got your serial number right there, and then here's where you plug in that USB-C cable. You got a nice touch there. You got another screw hole there, and then you have another screw thread there, and then this is kind of nice surface. And then when we stand it up this way, you can see this is plastic. This is all plastic. And then you have the glass right here. I'm not going to touch it. I don't want any fingerprints, but your camera is going to peek through here, and you're going to be able to look right in here, and this glass, if there is no light coming in, it's going to reflect the monitor right up to the screen. So that is the prompter out of the box. So if I hold this up now, you can see the size of it. And so I think where my monitor is situated, this should be big enough. So got the cable here, so I'm waiting for questions. Let's unwind this. Then you have the little elbow side and then USB-A side, and it doesn't have the blue interior like most USB 3.0 ports have, so that's kind of unique. It is kind of a cloth cable, and we're going to stretch it out now. And so that's full arm length with this much more left. So it's a pretty big cable. So actually it's taller than me. This side goes into the prompter. There is the plug right there. So we're going to plug it in like that, and I will be careful. So now I'm going to hook up the other side to my computer here, and it is booting up. And now it's just kind of looking probably for camera hub. There we go. And voila, you have my desktop. Pretty cool, eh? So it is now one of the monitors in my studio. That means that you can drag and drop. My computer, I have a PC, it found it. You can see if I hold it right here, you can see a little light right here bleeding through. So if I hold my hand over it, it's got a great picture. And that's a nice size. I'm gonna love this little device. And obviously it's gonna go right over my camera. So let's just do a little peekaboo here. So there you guys are. And look, it's focused and I can look right in the camera if I was dragging my monitor view over there. So pretty cool. And that's this plate. Pull this plate off. Screw number 1. Screw number 2. And it just pops out. And so this is the Facecam Pro plate. And this is the step-up ring plate. And I'm guessing it goes this way with the grooves. So let's put this in. And we'll put the screws back in. And then we'll do our little peekaboo thing again. Give you guys kind of a taste before we get it actually mounted. Okay. So here we go again. Up to my lens. So once I get a step-up plate, it looks like it's gonna work. So pretty cool. I gotta say, I'm really excited. Doug, I'm sorry, because you're probably gonna go, wow, now I really want it. So there you go. So let's just find this monitor. There you go. So let's see. So obviously I'm gonna have to sort out the sizes, dragging over my control software. So that's going to take a little bit of time to figure out sizes and all of that, and sorting, dragging and dropping to it. Now what I want to do is I need a 77mm lens on. So let me pop this off. I need a 70mm step-up ring. So let's see if they are labeled. Yep. So right here on the edge are little labels right here. So 77, 72, 62. That's the 77 I need. This is a 77, 72. There you go. There's the set of step-up rings. So let's go back to this other view, and let's take the 77 and see how this mounts inside the threads. Again, I'm not sure my man Frodo going to hold it, but there it is on. I have now screwed it on right here, and now I should be able to slide this over top. You can see right here, this is just going to slide over top, so you want to make sure this is tight. And I am going to slide this over, get this cable up and out of our way. And it's on. Woohoo! Oh, and it fell down. Too much weight. Let me tighten this up. I'm going to keep my other monitor up there just for tonight. Ugh. Then you straighten it out. And let me cut to it now. So there you go. I'm at 19 mil, I believe, between 19 and 20 mil. So there you go. I can look right into Teleprompter. I could pull my chat up there. This is going to be sick. So, and that is sick in a positive way. So there is the prompter by Elgato right on my main camera. You can see it's kind of blocking my speaker. I can move these speakers over a couple more inches. I do have my big 32-inch monitor right here. Great. So I'm loving it so far. So let's do this, me and a laptop, and let's find Camera Hub here. Let's launch it. There we go. I now have Teleprompter on my screen. So you can see the teleprompter is there, ready to roll the camera, question mark, whether it's a video script, film, or talking points. Camera Hub and Prompter give you full control over your delivery. That's nice. It has a nice little greet you screen. I wish I could show you guys that. So I do have my camera ready here. So let's fire it up. I want to give you guys a full bird's eye view and get the experience that I have right now. And the best way to do this is have it in my hand. That's what greeted me. So you guys can read it. As soon as I fired up Camera Hub, obviously this put that on the screen. And if you look really close, you can see my lens kind of behind it. So I can see right into your guys' eyes. And this is where I'd be looking to read that. And it is huge. Like, here's my perspective. And I don't think this really does it justice, because it feels like it's, for my eyes right now, it feels like it's that close. And you can see how much further my monitor is than that monitor. And it's kind of funny when I'm looking at that screen, you can see if I'm not looking straight at it, then you can see my Rodecaster Pro down here. You want to have it straight on eye level to use it the best way, but there you can see that's upside down and it's reflecting right there. So that's pretty cool. Back to me and my laptop. So Prompter is seen right here. So I wish this was bigger, but it's not. So I can click on display, and now because I have this open, I can open this program right here next to it. And now in Camera Hub down here somewhere, had it open earlier. Here's all the buttons that I can drag over. Preview, the snapshot, prompter control. Okay, so let's drag prompter control over. Play pause right there. So now I have a play pause button. Let's continue down here. And it's set up automatically. Okay. Prompter display settings. Brightness. So it's fully bright. So I can turn that up and down. So I can set it or I can adjust. So it looks like adjusting. Slide vertical, slide horizontal. So I'll have to figure all that out. But let's just say static. We're going to select 10 brightness. So now let me hit that button and see how much less bright it is. Let's change cameras. My camera's still on. Yes. So let me push this button right here on my Stream Deck. And nothing happened. But This button works because now it's scrolling up. And I can show you guys this view as well. So this button right here, I can now hit pause. So I'll put my finger on the pause button and pause and play and pause and play. Feels like an exercise program. And pause. That's really cool. Loving that so far. Let's get back to me and my laptop. What other buttons can we do here? Prompter control, prompter display settings, prompter content settings. So let's drag that over. Now what do we have? Oh, I can put chat on. It's only Twitch. So I got chat, text, display. So no clue what these things do. Text, display. Let's see what happens if I hit this button now. I think this is going to switch what's on the screen. So let's see when I push this button. Yeah, it changed what's on the screen. Let me show you guys. So it went from screen and it doesn't change it back. So I don't know how I got prompter on there. I have to figure that out now. So I must have to do another button. Prompter content settings. Let's bring another one of those up there. And I don't want to do chat. I want to do text. So now, let's push this text button right there. And let's see what happens. There we go. So now I have a button to go from my display right there. Again, display button. And that's going to go to my display. And if I have what I need drag over on top of that, would be great. And then I can push the other button and that'll go back to prompter. So there's a few control buttons. Let's play with font size and stuff. So there's the size right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the size right here. There's the brightness. I can bring that up and down. I can go from display to text to chat beta. And this is the beta. So you'll have to see what they're adding for chat. I think it's Twitch only right now. So you could have chat on the screen. I'm hoping and praying they'll have YouTube and all the other places. Let's change. Right now we're at a 32-point font. So back to my camera. Nothing on the screen right now. So let me put on the fonts. So I have it on there right now. So that is a 32-point font. So now I'm going to scroll up here and bring it up to, let's go to 40. And then I will cut back to my iPhone. There is a 40 size font. So then I can go in here, scrolling speed right here. So auto scroll, a chapter is a little button right here. You have opacity right here, background color, text color, margins, the font style. Let's change the Arial black, switch back, and you can see the drastic change that just made. That's Arial black, that's crazy. And again, to give you guys a eye type bird's eye view. So back to that. I definitely like Arial the best so far. And then you also have scroll speed. So let's go ahead and crank up the scroll speed to 50%. And let's switch back to the prompter. And I will go over here and push my text button to launch it. That didn't work. Play right next to it. Sorry, it's my play button. And then my stop button is the same button. So there you can see the speed. That's at 50%. Let me crank it down to 6%. You can see how slow it's going. 100%. And I can dial up the font size right here. and I can dial up margins, right, like that. I got margins. So they gave you a teleprompt just to play with when you get it. So that is really, really cool. Okay, so let's see if we have any more buttons. Let me hit pause. Prompter display settings, prompter content settings. Drag over content. And let's see, slate 1 is chat. And slate 2 is display. So let's see. Okay, so it changes the icon to that. If I just go chat, it changes the icon to that. And I don't think chat will activate if I do this. Let me see. Yeah, so when I activate chat, because I'm not in a Twitch call, I get a blank screen. So it's just blank when I hit that chat button. I'll hit it again, and it puts the teleprompter back up. And these buttons are literally changing. I want you to see these. So when I hit it, if I had Twitch open and chat was going, I could hit it again and it turns into display. So if I want the prompter now back, I just hit that button and it puts prompter on. So I can change these buttons to switch between what I wanted to. So text, so it could be display and text. And there you go. So now the button is changed to display or chat. So there's the display. And then if I push the chat button, there's the chat. So that's really cool. And then I can go ahead and hit play. And now it's working at the speed I set it at, margins I set it at, and that's really cool. And I can go right to my display and right back to the chat. So again, right now, guys, I have the ability to switch between display and text. Hopefully I'll be able to add chat. So that's a game changer.
Okay, let's cover one more thing here with the Prompter Camera Hub software. First of all, if you click on the top right here, you'll see a little drop over icon. I'll turn that off again and back on again. So now you can see the prompter text view and you have chapters. Each one of these is a chapter. You can light them up. You can also turn auto scroll chapters, or you could do one chapter at a time, and that's right above scroll speed. And then we're going to scroll down here, and you can see I have this text right here. So let's delete this and go to Word, and we'll copy this again. Copy, go back to prompter view, and we're going to create a chapter here. Right click and paste. And there you go. So we can read this. Tonight's live stream gives me a chance to show some if. So we're going to make a correction here, and I did this on purpose so you could see. Can make a connection there. Could also drop this down a line if I wanted to, like that, or back up. So I can change this. Obviously, the font sizes and everything are up here on the prompter. But this is how you set up your text. And then you're able to go chapter by chapter for your notes. So that's how you can cut and paste. You can open and close the text view on the prompter by Elgato.
So that I'm not ignoring the other options, but so this is where you mount the camera. So you would take the Facecam Pro, and so you got to get used to. So the rib is where you mount your camera. So I'm going to peel off the caution tape so I can slide up and down, and then I will attach my Facecam. Then you would slide it all the way forward. And then this mounts to the back of the device. And so now you would use the shroud, I believe, to cover this up like this. But again, I have to look at the directions to do that. So you can definitely use the Facecam Pro, but it's not going to be able to be used in the special plate for the Facecam Pro. This is the Facecam Pro. So, and I am still looking up at the top monitor because I haven't sent anything to this screen right now. So again, got the little thumb screw there. It's nice and mounted. USB-C port would be right there on the Facecam. And then the Facecam Pro obviously is a little narrower this way and wider this way. And again, it's shaped just like that plate, and that's about the size of the hole. So you only see the side of my face, but here is the prompter. And you can see the camera I'm using right now is the Facecam camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and you can see I'm able to project through OBS. And I'll show you how I did that in a minute. So I actually have a confidence monitor, and this is the Facecam. In fact, you can see a little tiny blue light inside there because I haven't figured out how to turn that tiny light off. And then I can add light to my face because you have a mount. So now I've added a little bit of light to my face, and it should give me a little sparkle in my eye. So you could be using this as your Facecam. Now you guys are only seeing it over my shoulder because I can't share this screen right now with the live audience because I wanted you to see the whole thing. But you can see I have the little shroud on the back. And now what I can do is I can push a button here on my Stream Deck. So I'm going to do that. And now you can see it changes to prompter. So I'm going to read this. Welcome to tonight's live stream, and thank you for helping reach 2,000 subscribers. I want to take tonight to say thank you and talk a bit about the journey from 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers. So I could easily change from Zoom on the screen if I had it on there, or I can just have OBS full screen, but I can change back now to the prompter. So now the reflection coming from the monitor, so my face is on the monitor upside down, but I can turn this around this way. And I can show you now that I have the L bracket back here. I have the universal plate on, and I have the Facecam. Now this is a Facecam version 1, not Pro. If I was using the Facecam Pro, then I can put this Facecam Pro bracket on, and the camera slots in there right inside that slot. So I could put my iPhone in that slot using this bracket right here. So I could put my iPhone in like this and use it. I could use other webcams in there. I could use an Instant 360 in there. Whatever you can mount to this L bracket and cover up. So last week I used this plate, and this lets you mount it right on the front of your lens. But if you want to use it with a webcam, you have to use a stand. You can see I have a stand here, and it mounts right to the base of the webcam. And so you have that plate. This plate, if you want to use the Facecam Pro, you still have to put it on a stand. You still have to use this L bracket. But you don't have to use this cloth most likely. But any other webcam, you have to use this. And it's all built in, and it goes on there nice and stiff, and you can raise and lower the camera to get it in the center of the teleprompter. You can use this one to mount it on the front of your lenses, and the lens step-up rings. You put the step-up ring on your camera, and then you just slide this over top of the step-up ring, and then the prompter hangs off of your lens like I used it last week in the live. So I wanted to show you guys how that works. So we'll turn this back around. And then now I want to show you this. Okay, let me share this full screen. And let's cut back to camera 2 here. Well, first I'll show you on my laptop. So the camera's live again, right here. You can see it shows whatever I put in the program because it's feeding OBS and it's flicking right now for whatever reason. So now let me change camera angles. And so now you can see the back of me because it's projecting up here and it's got kind of an infinite view. But this is the camera that you guys are seeing. OBS project up there, and it is flickering because I think it has a hard time me being live and displaying that at the same time. So, so again, that's how you can get your face. Sorry, I had both those microphones on at the same time. That's how you can get your face on your prompter. You can use a Facecam, you can use a web camera, then you can use OBS to bring it your face full screen. So if you want a confidence monitor, you can, or you could just be switching. I'll bring this puppy in now in this shot. You can see it's glitching. So let's turn that off because it doesn't like that. So if I don't want up there, I'll just close this, close OBS, and it's going to go back now to my screen. And I could drag over whatever I wanted to. I could drag tonight's information over. There you go. So I could drag the YouTube thing over there. And if you get it positioned just right, normally it resizes. So you can drag to that screen. So then I can just use the Stream Deck to change back to prompter. And I have a teleprompter. So I could be using the Facecam right now. I could just be using it as a teleprompter. And once they get more plugins, we'll be able to put chat on the screen as well. Now I could take tonight's chat and drag it over as well. So let's pop the chat out and let me bring the chat over behind me here. Let me go back to prompter view. See, it goes over here. So I could bring the chat up there. I'd have to get it the size right, and tonight it's being persnickety. But I could bring the chat up there as well, and then I could just be switching between that and prompter and back again. So you can still drag your chat over. It just takes a little bit of work to get it over there, and it's kind of hard to do it over my shoulder. So I love the fact that the prompter can go on the front of your lens, and it doesn't have to have a stand. It gets closer to you, so that 9-inch monitor is a lot closer for you. You're looking directly into the camera. I like that you can use web cameras with it. Like I said, I have a webcam live right now. You have 2 shoe mounts, so you can attach a light on it, and you could be using this with your laptop, using the teleprompter, putting all your notes on there, using your webcam. All you have to do is buy like a $19 stand. This is a regular light stand that screws right into the bottom. And again, it's only 1.5 pounds and a little heavier once you put a web camera on it. But again, a nice little portable setup and not very safe to take on the road with you. I wouldn't recommend that, but it is a great tool. So you can use this. You can use a webcam. You can use an Instant 360. Anything that has that mount on the bottom can screw into the L bracket. And now it's off and it's got the Facecam mounted, and you would just take your camera and screw it right here to this bottom mount, which is right here, and it just unscrews and the camera comes off, and you can slide it forward and back to get it up inside the camera bracket. So I love what they've done. They've given you all the options you could expect, and have to say they've done a really good job with the prompter, and this kind of finishes what we couldn't get done with the prompter last week. I don't know. I think it needs one more bite before we go off the air. Oh, I wish you could taste it.